Hey guys, it's Asian Homie 101. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be sharing with you this Taylor Swift inspired makeup look. I was very inspired after watching her music video, Blank Space, that I knew I wanted to do a makeup look. Basically, you know, sharing with you like how I would recreate that look. Taylor had a very nice, silvery, smoky, cool toned eye makeup on that's perfect for daytime or nighttime. More on the nighttime, but I honestly would wear the makeup during the day, if you know what I mean. And she also had very nice glossy lips. I personally prefer a matte lip, so that's what I gave you as my today. I used the Stila. Where is it? Stila. It ran away from me. I use the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick, and it's a fantastic product. I've been loving it. It's really good formulation and all. But of course, if you wanted to create a really glossy lip, definitely just slather on some lip gloss and you'll be right there. So yeah, I created this really nice look, and I hope you guys will enjoy watching how I created her makeup look. And so yeah, and if you like watching, please like, comment, and subscribe. Alrighty, so have fun watching the video. So the first product I'm going to use is the CoverFX Mattifying Primer with Anti-Acne Treatment. I got a sample of this at Sephora and I haven't finished it up yet, so I just wanted to finish it up. I like the product and all, so that's a good thing. And it's on its last tail end. Okay. A little of this, dab it on my forehead, cheeks, nose, chin, basically anywhere where I primarily my face makeup. Now once that is done, I'll be using the Nars Sheer Glow Foundation in the shade Punjab. And Taylor, I've always seen her having very full coverage foundation, or at least her face looks really flawless. And my face is nowhere as near as flawless as Taylor's would be, so I mean, I need all the help I can get. And Nars Sheer Glow, as the name is kind of a lie, not kind of a lie, but it's kind of misleading. Whereas it's apparently sheer, but I don't think it's sheer, and it's apparently glowy, but I don't honestly think it's really that glowy either. For me, like, I find that it's more of a semi-matte finish. And so I'm just using an IT Cosmetics OMG foundation brush. I've been experimenting with this brush since I bought it and all. And I do like it a lot. You're basically putting on your foundation as a traditional, you're putting on your foundation in a very traditional foundation manner and whatnot. And this, I find, applies my foundation very well, very thoroughly, with minimal streaking. There is a bit of streaking, but not an insane amount, I find. And I pumped 2 pumps of the Nars Sheer Glow onto my face, and I find that 2 pumps will give me pretty much a medium to full coverage depending on how much I decide to blend it in or not blend it in. And the Nars Sheer Glow is Punjab, in case if any of you guys are wondering, is slightly dark for my skin right now, literally by a hair. So I usually try to blend a little bit down my neck, just a tad, just so that it isn't so apparent, if you know what it means. This photographs absolutely beautifully, even in flash photography. I think it looks really well. I don't think it has any SPF too, so I think that's also part of the reason why there's no really flashback, I find, at least. And the makeup removal is very easy as well. I'll definitely be doing a full review of this soon, and it's just a matter of when I'll have it up. But yeah, it'll be up within the next month-ish. I can see next couple of weeks at least. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Okay, now that I'm done applying my foundation, I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Full Cover Foundation, and this is a waterproof concealer, and this is in the shade 5. Taylor really doesn't have any like under eye bags, or at least in any pictures or videos I've seen. It's really flawless. It's very bright. It's not Kim Kardashian bright, but I mean it's bright. Like there's no dark circles, which I'd imagine with someone with how busy she is, she'd have some dark circles, but you can't really see with any of her makeup on. And I'm using a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush in order to buff out my concealer here. And this concealer in number 5, Vanilla, is a slightly, not my exact skin tone. I am just using it to both conceal and highlight. I'm not using a corrector today. Normally I use a corrector, but I mean, I feel like I can get away with not using a corrector every now and then, right? So I'm just buffing in my concealer using patting motions. If you have a lot of dark circles to cover, I recommend using patting motions instead of just like sweeping it, so that you can get more coverage out of your concealer. For my eyebrows, I'll be using the e.l.f. eyebrow kit, and this is the one in medium. I will be just using the brush that it comes along with in the kit. And I'll just be using the brow gel part, and I'll just using it to fill in my brows. Taylor's brows are a lot thicker than mine if I remember looking at her picture, but I'm just going to fill my brows to the shape that they are. I'm not really going to mess around with my brows a little bit because, I mean, I like them the way they are. And definitely when you're doing your brows, you always want to make sure to go in with a spoolie and just make sure that it's all blended out. I'll be going in using the e.l.f. Complexion Perfector, and I'll be using this powder to set my under eye concealer, and I'll be using the e.l.f. blush brush to do so. Now that that is done, I'll be going in with the e.l.f. High Definition HD powder to set the rest of my face. Just using a powder puff and getting a little bit of product on here and just dabbing motions. What this does is that it ensures my makeup stays on a lot longer than, let's say, like if it wouldn't. But it, as well as also creates like a very nice, like almost like like a velvet like look to my face, where my face looks like my face makeup looks a lot more smoother. And I don't find that this is a very cakey powder where you look like you're wearing heavy makeup. It actually makes you look like your skin looks so much more flawless. It makes your skin look like there's nothing wrong with it. No bad texture or anything, which I really like. So I already primed my eyes using the Fergie Take the Day Eyeshadow Primer. So I'll be going in with this Physicians Formula Matte Collection Quad Eyeshadow. This is the one in Canyon Classics. And I'll be using this light brown shade first, and I'll be using it as a transition color. Just putting that in my in the crease area first. I'll be creating the look where it's a very like cool tone eye, so I just want to make sure that there's a little bit of warmth, not too much warmth, if that makes sense. After I use that little cool tone color, I'm going to go in with this more grayish, taupey-ish type color right here, and placing that on my crease area as well. I'm going to tap off any excess I have. I'm just going in and putting it into my crease. Next up, I'll be using the silver shadow from the Sephora palette I got ages ago. This is the Night in Pink Satin number 5. I don't think this is discontinued, but any silver eyeshadow honestly will work just fine. I'm using a regular e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. This is just the eyeshadow C brush, and I'm just going to be packing that eyeshadow, the silver again, and packing that onto my lid. And then just for more like definition, just so I can get more dimension in my eyes, I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild Silent Treatment Color Icon Trio, and I'm using this eyelid shade. I'm using the eyelid shade. I'm gonna use it on the like outer third of my eye, just to create, like I said, a little bit more dimension. I'm using here an e.l.f. contour brush to do so. I'm praying that nothing falls and drops, and I lose like a whole lot of makeup as a result. And then I'll be going in with a highlight shade now. I'll be using the Physicians Formula Quad again in Canyon Classics, and I'll be using the highlight shade here. I've talked about this over a year ago in my blog, but this is a really fantastic matte quad if you're looking for matte eyeshadows, and I've just recently rediscovered it. Holy cow! Can you see how much highlight I accidentally put on my lids? Oh my gosh! What happens when you're a little heavy-handed and when the pigmentation is so strong you haven't used it in so long, you forgot how strong the pigmentation is. A lot better now though. I'm gonna be going in with a wet eyeshadow brush this time. I just wet it with water. I dampened it a little bit with water. I'm just going back with the silver color. I'm just trying to get a bit more pigment out of it because I want it to be more silvery than it actually is. So, yeah. Let's see how this goes. Placing that on the inner third of my lids. And yeah, it's definitely coming out more silvery and more metallic-y. I wish I had a silver pigment that I own, but I only have like a gold pigment. So this will just have to do in the meantime. Next up, I'll just be going in with a pencil brush, and I'll be using the darker silvery type color right here. And I'll be placing that just in the outer corner, just to deepen up just a hair bit more. So I zoomed you in a little bit. You already did one winged eyeliner, and I'm just going to do the other wing really quickly so I can demonstrate with you. I'm using the Karadium waterproof liquid eyeliner that I have here. It's a Korean brand that my cousin got for me when I was in Canada. She just gave it to me as a random gift. And I usually just line the right here first. Close up to the lash line first, and then I do my wing last. Most people don't do that. I think most people do their wing first, but this is just how I've done it for the longest time. It's a force of habit. You know what I mean? It's a force of habit. You do whatever you used to doing for a while. And my wings look kind of even. They're good enough at least, anyways. I'm gonna go in with the Jordana 12-hour Made to Last liquid eyeliner pencil, and I'll be using it to waterline my eyes. I'm using it to apply it on the tight line and waterline. This is literally the most uncomfortable thing on the face of the planet. But it creates such a nice look. And then I'll be using the Bare Minerals Lash Domination Mascara to apply onto my lashes. I won't be using falsies because I'm really uncomfortable using them, to be honest. I've used them before in a tutorial. I used them in a Wonder Girls tutorial, but I'm really uncomfortable wearing falsies. So I don't want to put myself through that torture right now, since I'm literally just filming a video for you guys and not even wearing this makeup out. Now for my lower lash line, I am just going to be focusing on using this dark color on the outer 2/3 to 1/3 using a small Real Techniques accent brush and just placing it underneath here and smudging the black eyeliner just a tad bit, not too much. On the inner third, I'm just going to be using the lighter color, the lighter silver here, and I'm just going to be placing that right there. So the product I'll be using to contour is the Benefit Hoola bronzer. This is one of my favorite products to contour. Taylor usually doesn't have a really hard contour, it's a very soft contour. So I'll be using the e.l.f. Complexion brush to do so. And I'll just be basically doing a really big 3. Going on my forehead, underneath the cheekbone, and on the jawline. Nothing really too insane, but it just gives a really good, nice definition to your face. And it'll also create more life back into your face. Say like if you weren't using the Nars foundation and you're using a very matte foundation, this is a fantastic thing for you to do in order to basically bring more color back into your face. Now for a blush, I'll just be using a very light tone blush, one that's not really too pigmented, because Taylor usually doesn't use a very pigmented blush. So I'm just using the blush from the e.l.f. contouring blush kit, and this is the one in St. Lucia, I believe. And I'm just using the same brush I used to bronze, and just putting it on my face. Nothing really too heavy or anything, just light amount. For highlight, I will be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Angelic. And this is in limited edition, unfortunately, but I mean, you can use any highlight, to be honest. Any highlight is fine. I find that Taylor has a very nice highlight going on. It's a very strong, pronounced, especially on her cheekbones. She has really good cheekbones. I have to fake my cheekbones, but that's okay. On the bridge of my nose. So I'm going to line my lips using their Jordana Easy Liner for Lips in Sedona Red, just to make applying red lipstick a lot easier and all. And I'll be filling my lips in as well. So I'll be using the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in the color Beso to finish off my look. And that is it for the whole video. Thank you so much for watching the whole video. You guys stayed with me the whole time and all. And I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this Taylor Swift blank space inspired makeup. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.